Alright, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Google.com.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, not your typical kind of video today. A little bit different. I decided that I was going to put together a interesting, fun little idea, which is let's rank every single zombies map, and apparently there's some extinction maps in here as well, but let's rank them based off of their scare factor, their horror factor. I thought it'd be fitting since it's Halloween. And, you know, you guys have seen a lot of custom map videos lately, so I want to spice it up a little bit. I'm going to try to do this in mostly one take, so don't expect a ton of edits. But, yeah, so we have 5 tiers here. I've went ahead and renamed them in a goofy way. So, the lowest tier we have is Fall Guys. Now, the Fall Guys tier, well, it's just like the Fall Guys game. It's happy, it's bright, it's for little kids. These are the maps that are not scary in the slightest. Now, granted, there are not a lot of scary zombie maps anymore, so, you know, the top tiers are going to be kind of barren by comparison. But, yeah, Fall Guys, there's nothing scary about these maps at all. And then we have Barely Even Phased. You know, I put phase, spelled it like that because, you know, why not? I'm just a big old memer. So these are the maps where maybe there's some level of dark atmosphere, but not really. It's still pretty easy to get through. Then we have Basic Boys. Basic Boys tier. This is pretty much your middle of the road. Like, there's some dark parts to it, some light parts to it. It's just a regular map that you really wouldn't have a hard time getting through and not being scared from. Then we have Goosebump Driven. Anybody watch Dr. Disrespect, you know that man always talks about hot, acidic, goosebump-driven diarrhea.
That's nasty.
I'm sure I probably just made one of you cough up your food right there by saying that. I apologize, but yeah, Goosebump Driven. This is a tier for the maps that are starting to get a little bit spooky. You know, there's some moments in these that are a little bit scary from time to time. Not super scary, but a little bit. We're getting there. And then we have the Real Spookers tier. This is, you know, kind of paying homage to Critical and all the goofy words he likes to use. He likes to use spooky and spookers a lot. So this is the Real Spookers tier. This tier basically is almost the scariest maps in zombies. Not quite there, but, you know, we're getting there. And then we have Vanguard Zombies at the top. Now, obviously, I don't need to explain why I named this Vanguard Zombies, but I'm going to anyways because, well, we all know that Vanguard Zombies is the scariest thing that's ever happened in the Zombies franchise, so that sits firmly at the top. Not saying every Vanguard map will be in that tier, but, you know, it's a real scary tier because that game is scary and I don't want to play it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go down the list. We have so many dang maps. Like I said, we got extinction maps in here as well. So first one up, Nocturne Totem. I'm gonna be honest, this is going straight to Vanguard Zombies. Nocturne Totem is a very spooky map, and as you'll see, a lot of these earlier maps are definitely scarier. So, you know, Nocturne Totem going into Vanguard Zombies. And then next up, we have Verrucht, also going into Vanguard Zombies. These two first maps are among the scariest ever made. Also, I'm going to try to have the ones to the left of the tier be the scariest. So I'll have them ranked based on their tiers, but also the scariest ones are going to be to the left, and the least scariest ones are going to be to the right of the tiers. So keep that in mind. Next, we're going to go ahead and move on to Shino Numa, and keep in mind, I'm going to try and keep this somewhat quick because there are so many maps here. But Shino Numa World at War. You know, honestly, even though it's in daytime, there's a lot of scary stuff to this map. But I think I'm going to have to put this one in Real Spookers for now. I may change my list as we go, we'll see, but we're just going to keep it there for now. Derice. You know, I'm going to put Derice in Goosebump Driven. Like, it can be creepy, but it's not that scary of a map. Dur on Fang. Oh my god. Vanguard Zombies alone, scariest thing ever. It's got a creepy, like satanic style atmosphere to it, so I'll put it in Goosebump Driven. I'll put it above Derice. Terra Maledicta. I'm gonna be honest, some of these maps I barely even played, but from what I've seen, this map seems to be a basic boy, I guess. We'll put it there. Shino Numa Vanguard. I don't, you know, even though Shino Numa Vanguard edition is in nighttime and it's, you know, that inherently can sometimes be scarier. I actually think this is not as scary as the original version because I think the background ambience is lacking. The original had such creepy background noise, so I think I'm gonna put this one, honestly, like right here. Okay, the Archon. This is literally Terra Maledicta, but green. What a garbage map. I'm gonna put this one above Terra Maledicta, I guess, because it's green, and I guess green is a little bit scarier than bright colors. I don't know, to be honest. Okay, we're moving into Black Ops 1. It's funny, a lot of this seems to be like in order of release, but then you have like Vanguard in here for some reason. I don't even know. Okay, Kino to Toten. I'm gonna put Kino at the top of Goosebump Driven for now because it is pretty creepy. All right, we have 5. Ooh, 5. Man, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna put 5 in Vanguard Zombies. I'm gonna put it below these two. But 5 is pretty creepy, especially with the Pentagon Thief round. It's definitely a creepy map. Okay, Ascension. Ascension. I'll put it at the bottom of Goosebump Driven. Like I said, a lot of these maps are gonna get a lot less scary as we go. So, you know, the top tiers are gonna be kind of barren by comparison. But Call the Dead. Call the Dead. You know, honestly, Call the Dead can be creepy. I'm going to put Call the Dead right here for now. I imagine some people will not be happy with my placements, but you know what? Get over it. It's my tier list. You wanted to watch the video, you get what you get. Okay, Shangri-La. Shang is not that scary, but I don't like the Shrieker zombie. Napalm, he can be a little scary. Monkey sometimes. I don't know. Let's say... I'll just put it right there for now. I'll put it right there. Moon. Moon is pretty creepy. Because it's in space, and space is kind of creepy in its own way. It's definitely creepier than the BO3 version for sure. So I would say Moon. I'm probably gonna put. You know what? I'm gonna put it at the top of Goosebump Driven simply because Moon is creepy because of the lonely atmosphere. Bro, Shino Numa kind of being lonely in that real spookers tier, but we got Transit. Transit. You know, I'm gonna put it like right here for now. I think Transit's atmosphere can be pretty creepy. Bus Depot, I'm just gonna put the Transit survival maps right next to Transit. I don't think they're that creepy. Although Town is not creepy whatsoever. So I'm going to put Town in basic boy tier. I'll put it right at the top, I guess. Can you move over? Thank you. Nuketown. Nuketown is... well... I think Nuketown is creepier than Town, so we'll put it at the top of basic boys. Okay, Die Rise. Hot take... I think Die Rise, especially if you're playing a Stuhlinger, is one of the creepiest maps in Zombies. So it's going to the top of real spookers. There's just something about how lonely this map is. The fact that, like, you're stuck on 2 abandoned buildings that are ridiculously tall in the middle of nowhere. You're just cut off from civilization. Because if you play as, like, Stuhlinger, you can hear the... You know, the flesh talking to you. There's a lot of creepy voices. The TVs are creepy. It's a creepy map, honestly. Okay, Mob of the Dead. You know, this is going to make some people mad, but I actually think that Mob of the Dead's going to go right below Die Rise. I actually think that Die Rise is creepier than Mob. I know that on the surface level, Mob is creepier. Mob has a creepier aesthetic for sure. But I'm telling you, when I play solo on Die Rise, I just feel a little bit more uneasy than Mob. I'm going to be honest. Okay, Buried. Where does Buried go? There are creepy parts of Buried, but it's not really that creepy of a map. I think I'll put Buried like right here, I guess. And again, I will change stuff if I need to, because to be honest, there's so many maps on here, it's absurd. So I'll change stuff if necessary. Origins, Hmm. Origins, origins, origins. You know, to be honest, I feel like Origins is just not creepy at all to me. So I'm gonna go down there. Honestly, you know what? I'm gonna go barely even phased. I don't really find anything creepy about Origins. I may be in the minority on that one, but it's not that creepy. And you know, this tier needs some action, so we're gonna put it there. Okay, now we're moving into the extinction maps. This is gonna be interesting. So point of contact. I think point of contact is fairly creepy. I'm gonna put point of contact right. Oh god, where do I put it? Some of these are just kind of weird, to be honest. I guess I'll put it here for now. Yeah, that makes sense. Point of contact, it's kind of like transit a little bit. So, I don't know. But the alien stuff is not as scary as zombies are. So, you know, extinction maps probably aren't going to rank too high. Nightfall, I'm going to be honest, barely even phased. Nightfall is not really scary to me at all. Mayday is a little bit scarier than Nightfall, but it's still not that scary. I'm gonna put it above Nightfall. Okay, Awakening. This map is interesting. I don't really know where I'd rate this one, to be honest. I think it's a little bit less scary than Mayday, so we'll put it right there. I think that makes sense. Okay, Exodus. I think Exodus is... I'm gonna put Exodus, like, right here, I guess, because it does have a creepy vibe because it's, like, the end of the world, pretty much. So that is creepy, but I don't think it's as creepy as Point of Contact. Okay, Outbreak X... Oh, my God. I have... Listen, I'm sorry if you guys like Advanced Warfare Zombies, but it was absolute pain and suffering doing all the Easter eggs on that game. Okay, Outbreak. I mean, to be honest, I don't find Outbreak scary pretty much at all. I guess I would probably say it's a little bit scarier than these. I'll put it at the top of basic boys. Infection. You know what? For memes, this would be Vanguard Zombies, because this map, this game, whatever the heck this is, this abomination, terrifying. But honestly, I think Infection is the first one that goes into Fall Guys. I just don't find anything about this map scary at all. Maybe the boss zombie is a little scary, but I mean, you got a dang, like, Bubby mascot, you're making cheeseburgers, there's really not much that's scary about this map. Carrier, also, really nothing is scary about this map. I actually think Infection is a little bit scarier, so we're putting it right there. Descent, decent. That's why I like to call it. This map's decent at best. Descent, you know, I'm gonna put it right here. I think it's a little bit scarier than Carrier. Huh, get it? Scarier than Carrier. It's a little bit scarier than Carrier, but it's not that scary. Okay, Shadows of Evil. Well, Shadows isn't very scary to me at all. I'm gonna be honest. I would probably put Shadows, like, right here. I think that's fair. It's a basic boy. The Giant. I'm just gonna put the Giant right next to Doris. I think it's not as scary as Doris because the later games just aren't as scary as the early ones. So I'll put it under Doris. Actually, you know what? I may put it at the bottom of Goose... Is it even Goosebump driven? I don't know. It's the same map as Doris, but World at War's vibe is just creepier. To be honest, I think the Giant's gonna actually go in a separate place. Man, now that I'm looking at it, you know what? God, I don't even know. Oh my god. I'm gonna put the Giant right there. You know, maybe that's a hot take. I don't know. Not scary. Drak, I'm gonna be honest. This is going into Fall Guys. I don't find this map scary at all. However, I do love the map. There we go. Finally, Zetsubo no Shima. We have a map that can go back up to the big leagues. I think Zetsubo is not in Vanguard Zombies tier, but I do think it is a real spooker. really, to me, these two are kind of like in competition for the scariest like swamp experience. I mean, they're the only two ones, but I'm just saying they're kind of neck and neck. I don't know which one I would say is scarier. I think Shino Numa and the World at War maps in general have a better like atmosphere. I think they're scarier. I think the background noises are scarier. But Zetsubo does a lot of like stuff in the map that actually is jumping out to you that's scary. So I guess I'll just leave that right there. Yeah, that's good to me. Garad Krovi. This map is just action-packed, and there's really nothing scary about it at all. However, I would say it's slightly scarier than Rise and Direct, but it's still going into Fall Guys. Revelations. I'll put Revelations right here. A lot of these BO3 maps aren't scary at all. Zombies in Spaceland. Okay, IW is going to rank low. Let's be real. I love IW. It's super underrated. Granted, I haven't played all the maps, but it's not that scary. So, Zombies in Spaceland, I'm going to have to put that boy... Oh, God, where would I put that boy? I think it's scarier than these. I think it's scarier than these, in my opinion. It's not scary at all, don't get me wrong, but it is scarier than those. Okay, Rave in the Redwoods. Obviously, this map's playing on the horror vibe, like the Friday the 13th vibe. However, again, it's not really that scary. So I'd probably say, you know, we're gonna put Rave like right here. Sure. Rev is kind of scary or something. I'm just gonna put it above Spaceland. A lot of these are gonna go on the bottom tier. Shaolin Shuffle. I'm just going to put that right there. I'll be honest, I haven't played Shaolin Shuffle in years, so I don't even really know where I put that. Okay, Attack of the Radioactive Thing. I played this map one time, so genuinely I cannot speak on it, but I've played it enough to know that it's not a very scary map. I'm going to have to say it's honestly the least scary map of IW so far. And the Beast from Beyond, I've never played this map. Like, straight up, I've never played this map, but I've seen enough of it to know that it's not really scary. So I'm just gonna put it, I'm gonna put it here. We'll say it's above Attack of the Radioactive Thing. Okay, here we go. Boom. We're at World War II, baby. Okay. I know this game gets a lot of hate. I haven't played a lot of it, so I can't really comment on the quality of the game. I've enjoyed it every time I played it, but granted, I mostly played Final Reich. And Final Reich, I'm going to be straight up with you. In my opinion, Final Reich is arguably the scariest map in all of Zombies. Now, I think Verrückt, in a way, is scarier, but I've played Verrückt so much to where I've kind of become immune to it. So Final Reich for me is probably, like, of what I've played, I haven't played all the World War II maps, but I'm going to say Final Reich is the scariest map in all of Zombies. Hot take, maybe, maybe not. They were definitely trying to go for the horror vibe in that game, and I think it shows. Groston House, this is a pretty scary one. It's not as scary as Final Reich. I'm going to say... I'm going to say Groston House is like... I'll put it at the top of Real Spookers. Actually, I may put it under Diarize. I'm going to put it right there. It's literally just one house. Like, it's like Nocturne Totem, but even smaller. So there's not much to it, but again, it's kind of playing off that Final Reich vibe. Which, you know, to speak on Final Reich a little bit more, this map is scary because, for one, the isolated village vibe with the Nazi experiments, super creepy. There's a lot of jump scares in this map. The designs of the zombies are just horrific. And there's that one part where you're going to turn on the power and everything gets black, pitch black. And you have to, like, navigate this device through the map while it's pitch black. And then the Brenner spawns, and the Brenner is one of the creepiest boss zombies that there is. So, yeah, definitely a scary map. Darkest Shore. Again, by default, World War II went for more of a horror vibe, so expect a lot of the maps to rank high. You know, this isn't the most, like, well thought out list I've ever tried to do, but I thought it would be a fun little thing to do for Halloween, so, you know, whatever. I didn't have a bunch of time to make a full-fledged video, so this is what you're getting. Hopefully you enjoy it. But anyways, Darkest Shore. I've only played this map like once or twice. I think it's creepy. However, I've got to put it like, honestly, I think I'm putting it right here. I think I'm putting it right there. It's a goosebump driven map, but it's not that scary. All right, here we go. These 3 maps I've never played in my life. Never, not once. So, Shattered Throne. From what I've seen, this map is like basically a war-torn city environment. It doesn't seem that scary. I'm gonna put it like, I don't know. I may be way off on this, guys. You have to let me know in the comments if you played that map. I may be way off. There may be some really creepy stuff about this map. But from what I've seen, I think it goes right there. It's hard to really gauge the atmosphere of a map when I haven't played it. So, you know, again, don't take this list super seriously. Like, this is the least serious list to ever exist. So, you know, if you get offended by my picks, well, I don't really know what to tell you. But yeah, just don't take it too serious. It's not that serious. It's a Halloween tier list. It is what it is. But I'm sure somebody in the comments is literally going to watch this video, hear me explain that this is a horror ranking, and they're going to think it's like a best map ranking, and they're going to like hate me in the comments. For I guarantee you it's going to happen. There's so many kids who just don't read or listen to anything, and you know, they're too busy like watching TikTok and Fortnite dances. So it is what it is. But you know, I don't want to hear it. Random commenter who thinks I'm doing a map ranking. I'm doing a horror ranking, okay? God. Anyways, that's enough of that rambling. Tortured Path. This is a weird map. This is like 3 little maps in one. I don't understand the thought process behind this map at all. I'm gonna be honest, nothing about it looks scary. I'm gonna put Tortured Path like, I can't put World War II too low. Like, any of the World War II maps, I can't put them too low because the design of World War II is creepy in itself. However, this map doesn't seem that scary. So, I'm gonna say that it's like... Actually, I just now realized, why the heck is Buried? Buried needs to be moved. Straight up. Somebody's probably gotten mad at me in the comments already. Buried is not that scary. It needs to go like down here, to be honest. Like, there are parts of it that are goosebump driven, but it's not a very scary map. I apologize if you were looking at that and furious, but it's not that scary aside from the witch's house and like the caves. But anyways, Tortured Path, right? Yeah, this is gonna go like, I don't know, right here. I'm gonna put it right there. Frozen Dawn. This seems scarier than the Tortured Path, but not that scary. I'm gonna say that Frozen Dawn is like right above it. Why not? Again, I know nothing about these 2 maps. I've never played them in my life, so, you know, sue me. Voyage of Despair. I'm gonna put Voyage like, I'm gonna put it here. I think this is a good spot. It's a basic boy. I guess there's some parts of it that are semi-spooky, but it's a basic boy. 9, there is not a single thing about this map that is even remotely scary. Literally nothing about this map is scary. I think it's gonna go down here, honestly. 9 is not scary at all, but it is a great map. Blood of the Dead. Blood of the Dead's gonna have to be around the same level as Mob. I don't think it's as scary, but it's... I'd say... I don't know. Blood didn't really scare me, give me those scary vibes as much as Mob, but I can't put it too low compared to Mob. I don't know. Let's put it like right here. Well, right here, right there, I don't know. Honestly, I'm just gonna put it right there. I think even BO1 Kino is scarier than Blood, but you know, it's goosebump driven. It gives me goosebumps from time to time. Okay, Classified. It got rid of literally this, like, all the scary parts of 5, so it's gonna have to go down to like, I don't know, basic boy material. I'm gonna put it above those 2. Maybe, nah, it's not that. I'm just putting it right there. Dead of the Night. Okay, this is a horror themed map, but it's not very scary. I would say Dead of the Night. I'm gonna say it's goosebump driven. Okay, I think Dead of the Night is like, I'll put it right here. And keep in mind, like, a lot of these BO1 maps, I'm actually going to move this because this is not really, like, Shang's not that scary. A lot of these BO1 maps, even if they don't have a horror vibe to them, and World at War as well, I'm going to put them higher because there's just something about the early games is inherently scarier to me. I don't know why, but it just, a lot of the early maps are scarier, even if they're not trying to be. So some of them, like Darice, some people may wonder, like, why is Darice up there? I think Darice World at War still has spookier vibes to it than a lot of the maps that actually try to be scary. So, yeah, okay, Ancient Evil. Ancient Evil, I think it's scarier than 9. I would say it scares me more than Horizon Drive because it's entirely underground. It scares me more than GK, I guess. I mean, keep in mind, I'm not scared by Ancient Evil, but, you know, it's got creepy moments, mostly because it's underground. I would say, honestly, like, you know, I think Ancient Evil doesn't deserve to be in Fall Guys. I think there are some creepy moments about it, so because of that, I'm gonna say Ancient Evil is, like, right here, maybe. Let's put it right there. Again, the vibe of it being entirely underground, that alone is a creepy concept, but it's not trying to be a scary map. So, okay, Alpha Omega. Oh my god, so many people hate this map. Alpha Omega, it's gonna have to go, like, shoot, man. This map, there's nothing scary about Alpha Omega other than the horrific design of the map. I would say Alpha Omega goes, like, I'll put it above the IW maps, but it's not scary. Tagged or Toten, nothing about this map is scary at all. Whatever horror vibe Call the Dead had, Tag just completely deleted it from existence, like Classified did with 5. So Tagged or Toten is gonna go, like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, this map's really not scary at all. But it's still kind of scarier than IW. You know what? I'm just going to put it right here, honestly. I feel like if I look at Beast from Beyond and I look at Tag, I think Beast from Beyond's a little scarier, so I'm putting it right there. Again, most of these maps in these lower tiers, there's nothing scary about them, hardly at all, but that's, you know, blame Treyarch for, you know, taking the Zombies franchise in a much more lighthearted direction. Don't blame me. D Machine. Okay, D Machine, we made it to Cold War. We're nearing the end of this spooky tier list. D Machine, I'm gonna say D Machine goes, like, let's put it right. Shadows should not really be higher than Town, in my opinion. Like I said, I have to change some of these as we go. I'd say the underground lab part of D Machine is somewhat creepy. So because of that, I'm gonna go like that. Let's do that. Yeah, D Machine. Okay, I can get behind that. Okay. I think Outbreak or Nuketown. I think Nuketown's creepy because of the bombs. So I'm gonna put Nuketown above Outbreak. Again, I'm not, like, too worried about, like, the exact placements of these maps. It's a freaking Halloween edition tier list about some spooky maps. It's not that serious. Firebase Z, Firebase Z. You know, this has nothing to do with the horror, but I actually like Firebase Z as a map. I enjoy it. It was fun camo grinding on this map. Maybe not the fastest way of camo grinding ever, but I enjoy Firebase Z. This map gets way too much hate, way more than it deserves. Not saying it's a great map, but I enjoyed it. So, Firebase Z, it's... I'm just going to put it right there, honestly. There's really nothing scary about that map at all. No horror vibe to this map. Outbreak. Okay, well, Outbreak is... Do I even include Outbreak? Because Outbreak is a bunch of different maps, and frankly, I don't think any of them are scary at all. I'm just going to put Outbreak, like... Yeah, Outbreak's not scary at all. I think... I'm going to put Outbreak at the bottom. I think Outbreak is the least scary map/mode in all of Call of Duty Zombies, because, and part of that is because of the fact that it's free roam. So like even if you're in a scary environment, like there's not really a threat unless you seek one out. So yeah, Outbreak's at the bottom. There's nothing scary about Outbreak other than having to repeat the same objectives 45 times in a row. Maured or Toten, okay. Mauer's definitely... Ooh, actually, these two are kind of close. Mauer and Forsaken are definitely the scariest Cold War maps. Again, they're not really that scary. But I would say that they go... I would say Mauer is... I would say it's Goosebump driven, but it's a low Goosebump driven. I would put it at the bottom of Goosebump driven. It has its moments, but it's not very scary. And then we're at the final map, Forsaken Foreskin. This is a horrifically designed map, but I always enjoy playing, especially with the arcade and the Wonder Weapon. It's a fun map, but the design is terrible. It's a fun, bad map, I guess, is a good way to put it. But when it comes to like the scares, it's not a very scary map, but again, it is scarier than the other ones, in my opinion, to some extent. Actually, is it scarier than D Machine? You know what? Actually, I think it's not as scary as D Machine. I think it's gonna go like here. I think I'm gonna put it here. To be honest, like I was thinking, like because it's at nighttime, it's scarier. But honestly, D Machine, the underground lab area, is scarier. There's really nothing on Forsaken that's scary. But yeah, that's pretty much our list. As you can see, the top tiers are kind of barren. But I think for the most part, I'm not really gonna look through all of these. I think for the most part, you guys can somewhat agree with my list. If not, let me know, your list down in the comments. Granted, that would be a long comment you'd have to write, but, it is what it is. It's a fun little video I wanted to put together for Halloween. Also, I will say, if you're watching this the day that this video is going up, I am actually going to be live streaming Slender the 8 Pages, as well as Slender the Arrival on my second channel, a little spooky horror game action. So if you're watching this and I haven't streamed it yet, or I'm currently streaming, come check it out, and hopefully enjoy your time. But yeah, a little bit of a fun little Halloween edition tier list. I have not done a tier list on this channel, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to drop me a like and sub to the channel for more content in the future. MW3 is right around the horizon, and you best believe I'm going to be putting out a lot of zombies content. Even if the game is mid, I think it'll be fun playing something new. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully you guys are too. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.